Gonna be throwing some crappie minnows on some tip ups for some big brook trout today. -10 out right now. Got a flag already. Ooh, not dressed for this. Oh, come on. Oh, got a tip up over here. Oh, what the hell? Please. Stay on, Mr. Trout. It's probably a bunch of super small ones, just grabbing part of it and dragging it and letting go. But I do know there are some very big ones in here. They'll be more than happy to swallow that and run away. Just a matter of time. Mess around with the sonar, my rod in the water, and I get a nice eater. Oh. Perfect size eater, probably about 8.5, 9 inches there. Flag is off again, same with that one. Which do I go to? Which do I go to? Which do I go to? Oh, hopefully this is the right one. Oh, it's going. This one's still going. This one's going hard. Okay. Not the biggest one ever, but he's a good one. He's an eater. Let's run to the other one. We're going to keep that guy. Very good sign. This one came off. About 3 or 4 flags so far. 1 fish produced by the flags, and then 1 on the rod, which I wasn't even really actively jigging. Just a 5mm tungsten jig with a waxworm. And I got a flag again. Can I even stay in there? Please don't waste my time. Probably just someone striking it. It's gonna keep me busy all day. Wonder if I'll be able to jig. As long as I get the biggest one of the day on the tip-ups, I don't get to jig too much, that's okay. I didn't even get back to the shack, and this got spun. Stupid. Well, they like minnows, I'll tell you that. Let's see how long that lasts. Oh, something's touching it. Yep. Okay. There we go. Biggest one so far. Nothing crazy. Very, very fat brook. Lots of line up. Fat brooks. Oh, probably had something in here. Yep. Huh. Alright, about time. It's been a while. Beautiful. Let's go check the next tip up. There we go. That's the biggest one of the day. Alright fellas, that's about all the time that I've got today. Took a bit to get here, took a bit to set up. I'm going to leave my shack set up with non-important things in here. I'll be back here tomorrow. I'm going to be setting up my homemade jaw jackers instead of the tip-ups just because of the hookup ratio on these guys. But yeah, I'll be back here tomorrow, hopefully catching some bigger fish. Hello, it is tomorrow. It is much warmer than yesterday, about 20 more degrees. Brought out the automatic hook setting devices. Gonna put those out with some minnows. The hookup ratio on those tip-ups were just terrible. Either they pulled it all the way until the swivel and they felt the swivel go against the tip-up and just dropped it, or they just dropped it in general given the fact that it's a tip-up. So hopefully this is a little bit more productive and hopefully we catch some bigger ones today. I'll report back. If it's anything like yesterday, these guys are going to be popping off non-stop whether or not there's a fish on it or not. There we go. First one on the auto setters. A little bit of a mess, but look at that fine little guy. Alright, didn't get this one on camera, but went to reset my homemade jaw jacker auto setting device. The one that just went off, and then didn't even really get a chance to put this down there. Fish started going after it. Tried to hand line it, but I figured I'd just let the device do what it does, and saw it go off and set the hook and got this beautiful brook trout. Just hand lined this guy, put him this back in. Oh, there's a fish on here. There we go. This is pretty darn small. We're gonna let him go for sure. Beautiful specimens over here. Guy's going crazy. Oh yeah. Hooked right in the top right here. So far the auto setting devices are much more effective, much better hookup ratio. Well, I always thought that this was a possibility, but I didn't think it would actually happen. But the metal piece for one of my auto setters, it just fell into the water. Didn't realize it until I was trying to rig up a minnow. I'm going to try to get that out from the bottom. It's only 5 or 6 feet deep, so I'm just going to be sending a large Castmaster with a treble hook down there. If that doesn't work, I'll get a camera, and then if that doesn't work, I'll see if I have anything magnetic. It's pretty late, but there's plenty of surface area for me to grab on that thing. Getting a fish bite. Well, no dice. Dang. I'll figure something out, I guess. Really just need to improvise here. I think all that I'll need is a stick, a knife, and then some fishing line that I already have. Stay tuned. One little stick. 2 little stick. Get a little hole for it. You know, just cut towards yourself. That's always good. You can see how it's indented all around here. Easy enough to secure a line or a rope to. Do that in the second one as well. Got some 8-pound mono. Just gonna do a standard fisherman's knot. Got one guy right there. Wonder how that rod's doing out there. Oh, something's going off over there. About time. He is pulling up. A little of a small guy. Oh, dang. Oh, wrong way, bud. Where were we before we got rudely interrupted? 2 of these guys on the strings. I'll be putting one right here, and then one connected down there. Oh, gonna have this piece here, this piece here. There we go. Holy crap. It freaking works. What is this thing? Line is in there. Fish goes hello, and then it sets the hook. I think we are golden. It's probably not going to work the best, but it's better than not having a rod out. So, right. Get my line down to an okay depth. All right. Oh, top. You saw that, right? Okay. A little too small to keep. Another trout coming right after it. Right now. That's a keeper size. Alright, finally got this bastard up. Please produce a good fish. Too cold out there. Ugh. Didn't even know it was supposed to snow today. Well, I went out to check out my lines. All of them were missing the minnow. So I went ahead and put the new minnows on. As soon as I put this down, this big massive one came out of nowhere. He's puking stuff up. About 12 and a half. They fit there. Doggy dog. This is how you gut a trout to get it ready to eat it whole. You can fry it, bake it, whatever you want. You're just gonna need a knife and a set of willing hands. Go ahead and find the vent. Fancy word for butthole. You're gonna go ahead and push it into there, and you're gonna follow up all the way to the throat, blade facing towards the head. Try not to go too deep, otherwise you're gonna impale the organs and all that stuff all around. The meat's not gonna be the best. Go up all the way right there. See, you've got the organs. And what you're gonna want to do is gonna go back towards the vent right there. Try to go back towards the spine right there and reach and pull everything that you get out right there. And then now you're gonna go towards the head, towards the gills, and you're gonna put your pointer finger in there and rip everything out from the throat to the gills, and that should pretty much bring everything out. This is the inside of the trout now. And then the very last step is we're going to get rid of the bloodline that runs along the whole spine right here. The best method that I've always done is you start at the very back of the fish, you push your thumb in because there's a thin membrane that runs along here that contains it all, and just kind of work it along right there towards the very front. That should open up that membrane along with push all of that blood out. Go ahead and rinse that off. There you have it. She is ready to cook.